都是1万2万，先要预交的嘛。交完了过后，你住在里面，如果出不来，很快用完了，他马上又催你再交钱。快点说，哎，
给红啊，怎么样？
我都说，如果我没点事就好了，我有事的话，我就好惨了，你知道不？
都是看你的鼻子检查外表来看，他没事吗？
是啊，我一直都说我没的事啊。
是吧？我说你什么事情都没有感觉。
哎呀，我当然是没有事哦。
好了好了，
哎呀，好不容易啊，赵姨啊，
要准回来了。
我就一直在叫你，就是嘛，早都应该这样的呀，早都应该这样的。
快死了，你还不讲？
哎，我们的林兄妹妹小赵。从这里开始。那走这个呢？哪里？就这个。做这个嘛，你要先做这个才做嘛。你都记不得了，你这样做完了个，要做这个，才做这个吗？重新来的。
It is in the details, a look, a connection, the moments that reveal the truth. Award-winning documentaries from critically acclaimed filmmakers. Witness documentaries to open your eyes. At this time on AlJazeera.
The times change. The instruments evolve. The battlegrounds shift.
This is America! Our country!
But the international struggle continues.
He was murdered!
Uncompromising, hard-hitting investigations.
I can't get no justice from no one in Jamaica.
People and power, at this time on AlJazeera.
As geeks take on dictators, bloggers turn dissidents, and social networks root for social justice, governments are going cyber, spying on their citizens, erecting firewalls like iron curtains, and closing down websites. We ask, is cyber-generated change virtual or real? Empire at this time on AlJazeera.
Afghanistan is faced with a huge challenge.
Relations have gone really sour between us and our allies. We have inflicted considerable damage on the enemy.
The people who make international headlines.
Ultimately, the truth will out.
They want to stop this publication of information that embarrasses them.
Make time for Sir David Frost. Frost over the world. At this time on AlJazeera.
This is Al Jazeera.
Thanks for your company. Welcome to the News Hour live from Doha. I'm Sahil Rahman, and from Al Jazeera's news centres here in Doha and Washington DC, with live and continuing coverage of Libya's uprising. Libya's leader, Muammar Gaddafi, fights to hold on to the West. Reports say that he's lost control of the East.
I'm Shab Ratansi in Washington with more on the international reaction coming in.
These actions violate international norms and every standard of common decency. This violence must stop.
Barack Obama condemns the violence and will send his top diplomat to Geneva for talks on the unrest.
And the gateway to Libya now, Muammar Gaddafi's son, is the key to investors wanting to cash in on the country's riches. And cost of the Libyan connection. The African Union condemns the violence, but at what price? Also, a lucky survivor, a woman pulled out of the rubble of New Zealand's earthquake. Hundreds of others are still missing. Welcome to the programme. It's 4 a.m. in Libya, and the standoff between protesters and their leader is showing no sign of easing off. Let's bring you up to date with the latest developments coming out of Libya. US President Barack Obama has spoken publicly about the country for the first time. He says that he's asked his administration to prepare all available options to respond to the crisis. This, as we're getting reports that the first western city, Misrata, is under the control of protesters. Now, we can't verify these claims, but according to a witness, 6 people were killed and 200 injured in the city, which lies about 120 kilometres west of the capital. And Italy says that it claims that 1,000 people have been killed in Libya are credible. The country's foreign minister, Franco Frattini, expects that up to 300,000 refugees will head to Italy. He's described it as an exodus of biblical proportions. Well, Muammar Gaddafi seems to be fast losing control, with reports that the first western city of Misrata is now under the control of protesters. His son, Saif al-Islam, has called on Libyans across the nation to come together to fight in what he calls a national battle. Charles Stratford wraps up the latest from Libya.
Their hands are bound behind their backs, weapons and ammunition strewn among them. Libyan authorities say these men tried to overthrow the Gaddafi government. The pictures aired on state TV. Some of the men are moving. In another clip, a man describes what he says are weapons seized from an Algerian national who entered the country with the aim of assassinating officials. The authorities say these are Egyptian passports, seized along with mobile phones and CDs. A man describes how the CDs contain information and instructions about sabotage. Minutes